What's up, y'all? Welcome to another live of me going about a rant about how we just keep being villainized for no particular reason. And tonight, I'm not gonna let up. I'm gonna be here for a while, so get ready to tune in. I'm gonna even drop a link for you guys to join if you want to join me up here because I have a lot of things to say. I have been pretty quiet for the past 2 weeks. I haven't been on live because I've been kind of busy with other content things. But I promise you, tonight's show is going to go over how we have men like DDG, Dr. Umar, and Iman Shepherd going off and villainizing the women that were in their life or were supposed to be in their life for small things that they can fix themselves. I just don't understand what is the reason for you to come online or find ways to really disrespect and villainize the Black woman that was either with you or came from you. We talk about having respect for both genders. However, some way, shape, or form, we keep forgetting why it's not what you're supposed to be doing. What happened to fixing things privately? What happens to respect online and discussing things privately? Like, I would never, I'm saying this now, but things might change later. However, based on my upbringing, you will not find me online disrespecting my dad. You will not see me write anything derogatory about my mother, about my sister, my cousins, my family members, period. You will not find me online talking shit about my family. You will not find me online talking about my man online in a disrespectful manner because it it doesn't matter. If I'm mad at my partner, I'm going to call their phone because I have their number. I have access to them in real life. Why am I online talking about my partner? It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. So when I see men come online to discuss their partners or what happened between their lives, it just makes absolutely no sense to me. And those people lack a lot of discernment. They lack um, social intelligence would come online to discuss their stories, it's usually in retaliation or trying to save face. They don't automatically come online to discuss their partners while they're with the partner. It's usually afterwards. The stories come after, or because the man said something online before and they now having to come online to defend themselves. It's always either in retaliation or in defense from what was being said online about them. A lot of women don't automatically come through and be like malicious just because. But if you're online talking about me, I'm gonna come and say something because you're not about to disrespect me. And then there are some women who truly believe in being unbothered and they let the situation die down, right? However, we have these clowns who come online and because they have other clowns supporting them and they spread the thing like wildfire, and we wonder why women like me come online to tell other women that this is what you should be looking out for when it comes to these dusty men. I spoke specifically about how I did not like when DDG and little Ariel got together. I never liked it. I would never. I didn't see it for her because she has such a different brand, such a different personality, such a different light than that boy. And I'm saying boy because he acts like a boy. And I know what real men act like because I am with a real man. So I know exactly real men supposed to act like. And that boy, I knew from a mile away he was not worthy of someone like little Ariel, Haley Bailey. Nowhere near. They should have been together at all, right? So when they got together, I just knew he was not going to be a good person. Something told my spirit he was not here for a good reason. And lo and behold, I was right. Lo and behold, I was right. Like, it just doesn't make any sense at all to watch how people go online and supported that relationship. I have such a way of seeing things ahead of time that my foresight is always right. My foresight is always right. I don't care who you are. Like, my foresight will never beat the allegations. Like, I will always have something to say. And honestly, like I will always have something to say. And honestly, like I'm anyway, so to kick off tonight's show, I am gonna do something light first. I know I went on a small rant, but I'm gonna go over this post I saw earlier. I think that this should be fun, lighthearted, because this is Black Women History after all, Black Women History Month after all. So I'm gonna go over to highlight Black women, of course. So this came on my timeline, and it was talking about our favorite Black girl-led TV shows, and it gives the whole, what do you call it, March Madness type of situation. So I'm gonna go over this with you guys. I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna give my ranking of this. Honestly, I'm gonna give my own ranking. So let me see, how can I edit this? Gotta get my own ranking. All right. Let's go to present. I'm gonna share screen. All right, so this may not be the best representation of what I want to edit with, but we move, right? So let's do this. All right, we have Insecure, we have Half and Half. Honestly, I'm gonna go with Insecure. I love Half and Half, right? I love Half and Half. Like, that show was so fun. Like, but we're gonna go with Insecure. We're gonna go with Insecure. All right. On this side, I love you, girl. True Jack. Okay, so I didn't really watch True Jackson VP. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I was a true Disney fan. And some Nickelodeon shows I liked, but not all the way. I didn't really fully get into the VP show, but I was stan, a stan, I tell you, a stan for That's a Raven. I don't care what you tell me, like, That's a Raven was that girl. So I'm gonna choose That's a Raven. All right, That's a Raven. It's the future I could see. All right, so we're gonna go with That's a Raven. Okay, That's a Raven wins for me. All right. All right, we have okay. So I thought this was diabolical, not honestly. The Proud Family and One on One. They both, the lead person is Kyla Pratt. It's the same person, but um, again, I'm a Disney girl, so I'm gonna go with the Proud Family. Especially like with Sugar Mama, um, Sugar Mama, just like and Pappy, them two right there, toxic relationship. Toxic, like the man hates her guts, yet he won't leave her alone. Like this, it's the craziest thing. We're gonna go with the Proud Family for this one. We're gonna go with the Proud family, proud family. Gross. All right, we got the Proud Family over here. Okay. Oh, my bad. Y'all can't see. See, I didn't even. Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on. Y'all can't even see me do this. Okay, y'all can see it better now. All right. So we got, I chose Insecure against Half and Half. We got That's a Raven versus True Jackson VP. I went with That's a Raven because duh. And we have the Proud Family. I went with the Proud Family over One on One. I think this is hard to choose because they're both the same person. Honestly, I think that's unfair to choose Kyla versus Kyla, but I did not make this thing, so don't come after me. I did not make this. Shout out to Therapy for Black Girls page. All right, so who else? We got P Valley and The Game. I love me some strippers, okay? I love strippers. I'm here to say it again. I love me some strippers. I love me some strippers, okay? I believe strippers are goddesses because the way that they have the upper body strength to be on some poles, I don't have any upper body strength. So shout out to the strippers. I love them strippers. Yeah, I love them strippers. Yeah, I love them strippers. Like I support the Black women hustle. I support Black women doing whatever they want to do. Honestly, because choices, right? I may not want to be a stripper, but shout out to the real strong strippers because usually the real strippers have amazing bodies. They're very strong. They're very fit. And I appreciate Black women looking fit. So P Valley for me is an amazing show. The Game was a fabulous show. Now I'm going to go with The Game because The Game has more seasons. It has more storylines. So between these two shows, on the left here, I'm gonna go with The Game for me. It's gonna be The Game for me. So I'm gonna add my choice. It's gonna be The Game. Lord have mercy, I can't type. All right, so we're gonna go with The Game. Let's move it here. So I'm going with The Game. All right. We're going with The Game. Okay, next up, we got Being Mary Jane and Queen Sugar. Not gonna hold y'all. I like Being Mary Jane. Like I really love being. I know y'all think she's a bitch, and I don't mind her being a bitch because I'm a bitch sometimes. But the show to me was more aspirational than Queen Sugar was. Because Being Mary Jane, we saw a Black woman being a journalist on TV. Although we do have some on TV, but I felt like it was very much an inside look of the real life of a single woman in her 30s that has notoriety, not just fame. She had notoriety. She has a real career, and how hard it is for her to truly be one of those, like, you know how they be saying like, oh, high earning women have a hard time dating. They really showed that. They really showed that. And now on top of that, like they showed the Black woman, which is a high earning, established career woman, um, what it's like for her to date. So there's that. Queen Sugar, from my understanding, had too much baggage for me. It's very family based. I believe, she had to fight for her rights to keep the land and people infringing on her, overseeing the land of some sort. So I'm going to go with being Mary Jane. Okay. I'm going to go with being Mary Jane. Let's do that. I'm going to go with being Mary Jane. Being Mary Jane is my choice. I'm going to go with being Mary Jane. Okay, I'm going to go with being Mary Jane. All right. Let's see. Next is Sister Sister versus Moesha. Can I tell you something? I didn't like Moesha like that. I know. Moesha wasn't like, I've watched a few episodes, but I wasn't binge watching Moesha like I would binge watch Sister Sister. And now this could be generational, because Sister Sister was more my childhood versus Moesha, which is more the generation before me season watching it. So I'm gonna go with Sister Sister for the millennials. I'm gonna go with Sister Sister. So I'm gonna go with that. Okay, I'm going with Sister Sister. Okay, I'm gonna go with Sister Sister. That's what I'm gonna go with. Okay. All right, we got Sister Sister. Girlfriends versus Living Single. I should like Girlfriends because it's my era, it's my millennial era, but I really loved Living Single. I loved Living Single. It was very 90s. Like the 90s shows, like I wasn't with it. Like I just wasn't with it. So I'm gonna go with Living Single. I like Living Single, so I'm gonna go with Living Single. We are living single. And light is kind of rare. I'm glad I got my girls. Keep your head up, bro. Keep your head up, that's right. My homegirl living to my left, to my right. Whoop, whoop. It's hot like blue. We are living single. All right, so we got Living Single here, and then the last one is How to Get Away with Murder versus Scandal. Not for nothing, I'm gonna go with Scandal. I've never watched How to Get Away with Murder. Not that it mattered, but not that it mattered, but I never watched that show. It will always be Scandal. Even if I were to watch, wait, pause. Pause. That's the Scandal. It will always be Scandal because Scandal was that show. I don't care what you tell me, like Scandal was that show. So again, with this, I'm going with That's the Raven on this side, The Proud Family, Sister Sister, because I never cared for Moesha. Don't jump on my throat, I don't care. And then Living Single. And then on this side, I got Insecure, The Game, Being Mary Jane, and Scandal. All right, second round. Let's do that. Second round. What we doing next? Okay, so we got Insecure versus The Game. That's a tough one. We got old school versus new school, which is crazy because that's what Tasha Mack would say. Hey, new school, med school. Okay, I'm gonna go with The Game. Yeah, I'm gonna go with The Game. I'm gonna go with The Game. For me, I think to me, The Game had a lot more context. It had more. It had more drama in a way. Not saying more substance, but I like The Game. So we're gonna go with The Game for me. And of course, it's gonna be Scandal. I love being Mary Jane, but baby, Scandal had us in our chokehold. Scandal had us in a chokehold. You hear me? Scandal had us in a chokehold. Scandal was like me seeing a Black woman that is dressed properly, that is secure in her womanhood, someone that is remarkable, someone that is highly educated, um, someone that was a leader, someone that knew what to do, what not to do. And of course, we had the side chick throw that I didn't like, but it was like seeing people fall in love um, at the wrong time. I do understand the side chick storyline that doesn't fit with a lot of people. I do believe, honestly, that a lot of men get married to the might as well wife, to the might as well woman, right? Like she's nice, she's kind, she's loving. Like there was nothing wrong with Millie. Millie was a beautiful woman. She served what needs she did what needed to be done, right? But as women like to say, there is a man out there that we will do anything for. And the same for men. There's a woman out there that will knock his socks off. Like that twin flame energy, that, oh my God, I can't live without you energy. There's a woman out there for that man. He might feel like he may not get that woman, so he's gonna go with the very best next person. And I do feel like a lot of time, like they also talk about the first wife situation. If the man has the opportunity to get married once, he probably chose a really nice woman, someone that could be his partner, someone that he thinks will make a great mother, amazing qualities, have wife qualities. And then the second time he marries his dream woman. He marries his dream woman, the person that make his toes curl, the person that makes him act like a little boy, like just happy go lucky. You know how they talk about the golden retriever energy. It's that same thing that I'm discussing. Like you give that man to act like a golden retriever, just happy to see his woman. That is someone that I see that he acts like in Scandal for our lovely lead actress. Like she was amazing. So I'm gonna go with Scandal. And then we have on this side, I'm gonna go with That's a Raven. All right, so Brutus. So why I can't continue? That's crazy. All right, we got That's a Raven here. And I'm gonna go with okay, guys. Sister versus living single. I think I'm gonna go with living single. Yeah, I'm gonna go with living single. I'm gonna go with living single. So that's gonna be that. All right, so we got That's a Raven, The Game, Scandal, Living Single. So That's a Raven versus Living Single. Who we going with? That's a Raven versus Living Single. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna go with the. Oh, that's so hard. Okay, I'm gonna go with Living Single. I'm gonna go with Living Single. I'm gonna go with Living Single. The Game versus Scandal is gonna be Scandal. Duh. It's gonna be Scandal. We're gonna go with Scandal. Okay. And honestly, it's gonna be Scandal. And the winner is Scandal. It's always Scandal, duh. It will always be Scandal. What do you mean? What do you mean? La duh. It's Scandal. The show that made white women fall in love. So like, what do you mean? It's Scandal. All right. So this is my final pick. Do you guys agree? Comment below if you guys agree. Okay. Comment below if you guys agree. This is it for me. So this is how I like to do my March Madness. Shout out to all the Black women's who contributed to my upbringing. I loved everything about this. Again, side note, I never watched How to Get Away with Murder. Judge me, I do not care. I never fully watched Queen Sugar, so I'm biased with being Mary Jane because I actually like that show. But yeah, that is it, y'all. That is it. That's all I got for this. All right, so let's discuss these Dusty Men. I'm gonna go over this DDG live. Okay. let's bring this up. Let's bring this up. Okay, let's bring this up because y'all be pissing me off. Let's discuss DDG first. Okay. Let's discuss DVD. I'm going to be discussing this. Hopefully he doesn't,
Hey.
boy, shut up. I hope I don't get demonetized for this, but I'm gonna play it anyway. So let's talk about this. Okay. This is the man that and he went on a rant to discuss how he feels like she won't let him see his son. All right. Let's try to play it.
Y'all know I like doing like skits and like
just having fun on the internet. I don't really like talking about real life, but I feel like I have to. And it's getting to a point where I feel like I'm honestly getting, when it comes to me just be a dad. Y'all know how much like I love Halo. It's literally the best thing that ever happened to me. And this is literally my last resort. I feel like I don't have no type of like hurt, bro. Like I don't have no type of say so. And I keep getting this word thrown around like this is I don't give a if this make me seem childish. I just want to be able to see my son when I want to see my son, take my son when I want to take my son. Like, I don't care if this make me look childish, if I look like I'm on the internet crazy, whatever.
So you do know you look childish. Got it. When men like this come online and they try to gaslight you to think like, oh my gosh, she will let me see my son, and they come online and saying like this is my last resort. No, your last resort is to go to court. Can we be honest? Your last resort is court. The first resort is to have a conversation with your child's mother, not to come online and tell us. Okay? Childish. Yes, you are.
I don't care, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks. I literally just want to be in my son's life. And
do you know?
I feel like I'm getting bullied. I'm constantly being called a secondary parent, not a primary parent. And it's like, I just don't know what to do at this point. I'm
here to tell y'all men that if you don't hear this from other people, you who is not with your child's mother will always be secondary parent. If y'all don't live under the same roof, you will always be secondary parent. Because most times custody goes to the mother. So you're not the primary parent who raised the children if you guys don't live together. If you guys are not married. And sometimes if you're married, some men still choose to be secondary parent. It's a choice in some marriages. However, if you're broke up, you're not in a relationship, you're not married, you are a secondary parent. What do you mean? Your parents don't tell you this? Like is this not a thing? What do you mean?
I don't know what to do. And that's why I'm like, maybe this will make her want to have to let me see my son. But I to see him, but it's very minimal time. Like if y'all ever watch, I know I usually Snapchat when I'm with my son. I live stream every day, so y'all kind of get to see. I've been around girls all week because I don't get the chance to be a dad when I want to be a dad. Like you think I don't give a about hanging around those girls. I want to be around my son. You feel me? But since I can't be around my son, I'm obviously going to work. I'm not going to sit in the crib, look at the wall and cry about this, I'm going to go work.
I'm sorry. You crying that you can't see your son and it's a bad thing for you to be around other girls? Weren't you around other girls when you were with Haley Bailey? You were making content, right? No? Am I tripping? Isn't that what you were doing before? Did you not have? Okay, so you had your opportunity to be with a black woman, to marry her, yet you did not. You give her a baby, and now you want to complain that she's a primary parent and that you can't do what you want anymore. And it's such a bad thing that you have to work. Honey, you were working before. Why are you highlighting? Why are you highlighting that you are working? What's going on? You want a cookie for working? You want a cookie for working? I don't get it. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, you want a cookie? Oh my God, I've been working so hard. Bro, newsflash, you're supposed to work. You're supposed to go to work. Yeah, you're supposed to work. What do you mean? You want a cookie for working? Is that what's going on? Like, you want what, you want us to feel bad for you for going to work? Newsflash, DDG, like, you're supposed to go to work. I'm not going to give you kudos for doing what you're supposed to do anyway. Like, what are you talking about? Can we be for real? No, like, for real, for real. Can we be honest?
So it's like every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far, so I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me? Like it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not going to air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long time. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's been going on for a minute where I just never got on the internet and said nothing. I mean, I might like throw like little subliminals or some like that, but it's like, bro, like, I don't want to get on the internet because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like with him. But I'm really just coming on this as just a dad that really don't know what to do.
So instead of calling your child's mother, having this conversation, right? Or have a conversation with her family members and see how she can help you be more open, for you to have a better relationship. You want to come online and tell us about it. Sometimes I would like to be left out of the group chat. Can we be left out of the group chat, please? Please. I'm a young black man, please. Can we be left out of the group chat? I would really appreciate it. That would make me so much happy. Can you believe that? Like, that would make me so happy. Like, oh my God. Can we not? He's gonna keep talking, and I want you to hear him say some really disgusting things.
Do at this point, I've been dealing with this since he's been born, damn near. It's like I really feel like I'm nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me. And I don't even know the nanny.
Why you don't know the nanny name? Did you ask? Why don't you know who's around your kid as the nanny? Like they won't tell you or something? Like, is it a secret? Is she willingly like hiding that information from you? Like, no, like I truly want to know. Like I really want to know. Like, is it like the Secret Service that you don't know who the nanny is?
Name. Like it's just not fair, bro. So I have to come on here and I gotta do this. I don't want to be on no shade room, bro. Like I don't want to be on no blogs and no like that. I'm just trying to kick it, but I gotta do like this. I gotta go to court, do all this extra when it ain't even gotta be like that, bro. But today was my last straw. I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all, if y'all was watching me stream yesterday, y'all know I'm like, all right, I wouldn't even gonna stream today. I'm like, I ain't streaming today. I'm gonna be with my son. I planned my whole day to be with him. My whole day was around that. And then I get there and I can't, and I'm kicked out of the crib, can't see him, whatever. Mind you, we have our own lives. Like she got her own going on. I got my own going on in terms of who with. Like we not together whatsoever. We not boyfriend and girlfriend. So ain't.
I mean, you're supposed to not have the same lives. Y'all don't live like you said, like y'all not together. What were you expecting her to do? What were you expecting her to do? Like just sit around, do nothing with herself? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like just because y'all not together, like do you feel like she needs you in her life to make her life complete? Like what's the situation here?
Nothing to do with the content. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I've been dealing with this forever where I feel like I'm a secondary parent. And I know a lot of dads out there go through this. And the kids will never understand. Luckily, my son is only one. So I don't have to like worry about him like feeling like, oh, my pop's not there. Every time I'm there, he got a smile on his face. He happy to see me. But he only can see me for no more than 48 hours. I haven't had to have my son to myself for longer than 72 hours max. He's getting picked up, taken away. I can't come get him, whatever. Like, it's like, I don't know what to do at this point. I genuinely don't know what to do. And it's like, I'm just going to come on here and just say what I say and then get off, go about my day. I just feel like this needs to happen. It needs to be some type of repercussions for this, because I'm not a deadbeat, nowhere near. I have inspired dads across the world to want to be in their kid life. Why make it harder for me? But I don't know what to say for real. I wouldn't say this was an impulsive decision, but it's just, bro, I'm just frustrated, bro. Like, I could take it off that emote. I'm just frustrated. And I just don't know what to do. And
Do you not have friends? Do you not have friends to talk about this with? Do you not have other Black men who are fathers to talk about this with? Do you not have brothers? Do you not have family members to discuss this with? Huh? No. Like I'm truly curious. I'm curious. I really am curious. Can we find a Can we find a men's group? Do you have a church you can go to? Do you have a support system besides the internet? Every time y'all have an issue, even when you guys were together, you took it to the internet. These Gen Z boys, bro, like they come online for everything. For everything. Everything is not their fault. It's never their fault. It's never their fault.
I hate that every time I got something going good, it's always some type of drama, some type of something going on in my life. I've been doing really good. I've been keeping my head down, just working, waking up every day, working, dealing with this on the same breath. Nobody will really know. And she got this golden image that I've also protected. And I'm like, all right, cool.
When did you protect her golden image? Was it when you made a diss song about her being in that movie? Was it when you were DMing your ex on Instagram? Was it when you gave her a baby without being married to her? When did you care about her clean image? Because at every turn you try to destroy it. Where? When did you spare her clean image? Because you try to destroy it every single turn. Like I'm very confused. How did you spare her? I really want to know.
I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm a real. But this is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple.
Oh no.
And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like today, I wasn't even gonna take him out because he's sick. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just grab my son and go hang out with him.
So let me get this straight. You wanna come from your house where you have your own germs. You have a whole bunch of girls running around at your crib because your setup for your live stream is at your crib, right? You want him who's sick, your son, who's less than a year old, to be around other people for the sake of you being in your son's life while he's sick. Yet the mother, who is DNA attached to the baby, who's still breastfeeding the baby, you want her to give you the baby that is sick. Guys, Haley is also sick. While he's talking like this is a grown man who knows that his baby mama and his kid are both sick and they've been quarantining. He's mad that he can't get his sick son to be around him. The entitlement is crazy.
Downstairs. Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take my son, go hang out downstairs. Whoop. I'm getting kicked out. No.
Because you're not about to bring your germs to your son. What are you talking about? Yeah, go home. If I did not plan for us to have an exchange with the baby and he's sick, I'm not giving you a sick child. Especially when I know like my house has been a sanctuary of cleanliness to help the baby get healed faster. I don't know what's at your house. I don't know. How you gonna fix it? Are you gonna take the baby to the doctor? And first of all, guys, they live 3 hours away from each other. You know what's crazy? He was fine being in a relationship with someone who lives 3 hours away. However, he somehow cannot make the sacrifice when he has a baby. Somehow he has no restraint. And you can't just pop up to my house either.
Like it's conversations where it's like the that said to me is so if you heard it, it's on some leave us alone type. I'm like, bro, like now I can see if I like a no in the world can tell me that I'm a deadbeat or a bad dad. No in the world can ever say that to me. If my son can talk, he'll tell you my pops is the realest ever. This me. I wish I can be around.
No, he won't. No, he won't, because the kid don't know you yet. You don't even know shapes yet. The kid is 1. Less than, like, be for real. Be for real. This kid doesn't know you.
Around him more. I don't get the chance to, bro. It's not cool. Like it's like, all right, like I have never took my son out of the state before. Never been able to. I don't have permission. Like it's like I have a second mom. Like I gotta ask my second mom, hey, can I take my son?
Yes, you do. You need to ask permission. You do. That's my kid. Yes. We don't live in the same place. So like we no longer together. It's not like if I gotta be somewhere and I didn't plan for us to meet, or like we don't have, if we don't have an understanding of when you get the kid, you can't just ask for whenever you want it. We both have to agree, okay, so this is my plan for the next 2 weeks, whatever. Here's when I can give you the kid, or I can plan between my family, my rides, all the stuff I have planned for my daily activities and work and things like that. When can you get the kid? And I also need to know your schedule for me to understand, okay, so between your schedule and my schedule, here's the time that I can come and give you the kid. Like, bro, it's not an automatic thing. It's the adult thing is to discuss when can we both agree on a good time between every week when we each get to be parents. However, most time when the baby's sick, I can't foresee giving you a baby. Like the kid is even less than 3 years old. The kid is fresh. Like their immune system is really rough.
Can I take our son somewhere? But if she want to get up and leave the country and leave the state, I get no say so whatsoever.
Take her to court. All that stuff gets resolved if you take her to court. Take her to court. You do have rights. I'm not saying men don't have rights to their children. They do. But you just have to take her to court. Here's why I don't believe in this, okay? I'm going to play the reason why I think this is all for a show.
I can't say one word.
This is all for a show. I'm going to show you why I think this is all for show. I'm going to tell you why this is all for show. Y'all ready? All right, because Here's why I think this is all for show. Because this man like to troll the most. Okay. This man made a this man made a song. This man made a song about him not seeing his kid, bro. This man is not serious. He's not serious. I promise you, he not serious. He not serious. Okay, let me allow the YouTube ads.
And this be from Cash, not from YouTube. Don't take my son, cause he all I got. I'm just having fun. I don't love these stocks. You tell me that you gon' move on, but I know you not. Tryna make me pay to see my son. They gon' make me hot. That'll make me pissed. That'll make me sick.
And you telling me I need to take this man serious? He's the biggest troll ever. This whole rant about him not having access to his child is insane. When the kid is literally like, even Holly had to come online and post a video about her being sick and having to go to the doctors multiple times with the kid because they couldn't figure out what's wrong with them. They are quarantining. And that's the reason why he can't see them whenever he wants to. And yet, he knows this, still find time to create a song and drop the song.
Playing games like Twitch, get the green like Kick. And it's not about the money, it's more about the principle. You know I'm rich. Cause he only a baby and he getting big, I don't wanna miss nothing. He playing the game with Wop's cousin. Can you make a bottle right now? He fussing. I'm not pulling out, I'm busting. I would hit her from the back, I'm making a cream at Russian. Why you keep being difficult? You be acting like I do the minimum. When I give you my words, you don't listen, you just get to spinning them. I feel like I can't win, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. You keep asking me why, but I told you before that you ex. Picking up Halo, how you know you wanna leave his daddy? He want me a man, girl, you know you need his daddy.
Y'all want me to take this man serious? This man is a clown. This is a child. If you find time to make a new song, you can find time to take your butt down to the courthouse. Since it's so important for you to fight for your son, to show people that you care about your son. I don't like when men make their kid their whole personality, like as if the woman is such, like their child's mother is such a dilemma for them. Like villainizing Holly for this is ridiculous.
When I'm on the road, I just wanna see my family. Cold word, I need my family. Feeling like I need a Grammy. Oh, don't take my son, cause he all I got. I'm just having fun. I don't love these stocks. You tell me that you gon' move on, but I know you not. Tryna make me pay to see my son. They gon' make me hot. I'ma always be up, man, nothing you can do. I just bought my son new shoes. But the off-white joints, stay cool. Got a Rick on and shoe too. Put my baby in drip. Ain't nothing we rockin' is cheap. Nobody with me. They know that my family gon' eat. They know that my family gon' get to the money at all costs. They stressing me out. I'm smoking the weed like Rasta. He dyed his hair. He wanna be like DDG imposter. I found a pet. I gave her a baby and then I had lost her. Don't take my son, cause he all I got. I'm just having fun. I don't love these stocks. You tell me that you gon' move on, but I know you not. Tryna make me pay to see my son. They gon' make me hot.
Want to know how my team went from another status meeting to actually...
I'm never gonna take this man serious because it just doesn't make any sense. Let's discuss the next person on here. Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson recently had his daughter come online to ask a simple question, right? Literally, she came on the internet on TikTok. And she was saying like, hey, I have a deadbeat dad. And he never been around, in that she knows that he okay, hold on. I'm gonna find the videos because let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, y'all, because I kept watching this. And it just got worse and worse and worse, right? So I'm gonna play the first video and then a follow-up video, and then we're gonna play we're gonna all right. I'm gonna play the first two videos that she dropped, and then I'm gonna play Dr. Umar's response to his biological daughter that he hasn't seen since she was 10 years old, and she is now 23 years old. Okay. Let's talk about it. I think this is like really, really disappointing when we come on the internet and we see situations like this. For me, like I will never respect men who don't acknowledge their children. I think that's very sad, if we're being honest. If I have time tonight, I'll probably go over what's that man who played in Captain America? Mackie, that's his last name. We'll probably go over him as well with his rant that he went about masculinity. Okay, let's play this really quickly. I'll probably bring that on as well, and then we'll probably tie in all together. Tie in everything together with Tiana Taylor's divorce at the end. All right, let's play this video. Share. All right, I can see my screen. Let's play.
Is Dr. Umar. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. My biological father is Dr. Umar. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts. Okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how Black kings need to be with Black women, but you're not even in your Black woman's daughter's life. It's to the public, you look like this person, but in private, you a whole nother person.
Love for children is too strong for anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Trying to build your struggle streamer career off of my back.
That don't even make no sense. That's y'all. You can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? You wonder why he acts like a boy.
Not for nothing. That's song 8. Shout out to Kim Michelle. Kim Michelle be having like the most hood bops ever. Girl. That song eats, bro. That song eats so bad. That song eats. I ain't gonna hold you. You can't raise on me. He ain't gonna what you gonna do? I love that song. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Oh man. I love that song. All right. Let me play so after she went and dropped the video that she basically come online and said, "Hey, I'm looking for my stepsister. Can someone else let me know if she exists? I want to get to know her. Someone please send her my information. Let's connect. I'm not looking to connect with my dad per se, but I just want him, right? I just want him to I tell me where my
A lot of people hit me up for interviews. Y'all gonna have to come out the fucking pockets because I'm not doing shit for free. 3,500 to 10K is my range. Y'all pay Dr. Umar thousands of dollars to get the fuck on there and talk. Y'all gonna pay me the same shit. Fuck. I'm not trying to get clout. I just hit 5K on Instagram. The Dr. Umar video was over 200K. I posted 3 videos regarding him.
Ooh. This is a mess. This is a mess. This is a real mess. Hold on. I'm gonna find that real video. Hold on. I'm gonna have to go to TikTok. I'm gonna have to go to the TikTok. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is a mess. This is a mess. With the same shape. All right, so the video is no longer available, so I'm gonna try to play someone who stitched it. And maybe that would help a lot. And then we're gonna play the live that he did recently. All right, okay, so let's do that instead. Hold on, you guys. Should have been more prepared with that, but it's okay. All right.
With my father. My biological father.
Hey guys, so allegedly this is Dr. Umar's biological daughter. This lady is also stating that she also wants to find her other sister using the help of the internet. Now there's mixed him, I don't know, but she also talks about her experience talking to Dr. Umar. This is what she had to say. I mean, I'm gonna cut the most.
Hold on. Oh boy. Anissa is Dr. Umar's alleged daughter who came on the internet to discuss him not being around, and she just wanted to find her stepdaughter, right? So hold on. I'll do you guys one better. I'm gonna play the interview that she did with Cynthia G. While I do this, get the likes up for me. I'm gonna play elevator music while I do this. Hold on, you guys. All right, y'all. Found it.
The daughter, I tried to contact him about.
Let's restart.
My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old. Now, my dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how Black kings need to be with Black women, but you're not even in your Black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite, and it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter, but I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you, and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me. Please DM me because I want to know who you are.
6.5 hours later.
Hello, guys. So I just wanted to come on here with a small update. I just got off the phone with Dr. Umar's other daughter's mother, and she just told me that that's her daughter. So yes, y'all, I found her. I'm going to give her a call and talk to my sister when she gets out of school. So, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. All that, oh, are you going to show us the DNA test? No, because it's not your business. Why? I don't have to prove nothing to y'all internet folks. I know what it is in real life. So no, you're not getting a DNA test. What else have I seen? Why are you coming to the internet with this? I already tried to get in contact with him. He shut me down and ignored me. What else I've been seeing? Oh, you trying to tear down Dr. Umar? No, I'm not. He tore himself down by not building a relationship with his own daughter. What's another question I saw? It's a bunch of questions I seen, but y'all don't know nothing. That's my dad. I have the right. And that's my sister. I have the right. Clock it.
A few minutes later.
I just want to say this to all my supporters out there, my true supporters. My true supporters. It ain't that many.
Hold on, y'all. I got one thing to play first. Let's play this real quick. Oh, no. Ooh. We gotta watch it.
This is what my dad responded to me. Good evening, princess. Although I am very disappointed in your online behavior, I want to have lunch with you and your mother next Thursday or Friday. Please have her text me the day, time, and location for our meeting. You deserve to hear all of the truth from us together. We have much to discuss. I look forward to building the relationship with you that she never allowed us to have. With love, your father. So you decide to reach out to me because I outed you. You had all this time, you had all these chances to reach out to your daughter, but because I outed you on social media, now you want to sit down for lunch? You're a fraud. You're a hypocrite. You are everything that you say that you aren't. And you got on live responding to me, talking about some struggle stream, talking about some, oh, I'm known in North Philly. If y'all needed to find me, y'all could have found me. Why the what do I have to find you for, sir? When you're my dad, right? Like, now you want to have a talk because I outed you. Hold Black men accountable.
Period.
Hold them.
Period. All right, back to this video.
Many of my true supporters. But for my true supporters, I want y'all to stay focused. There's a lot of slander going on. There's a lot of lies being pushed out there. There's people trying to use my name to build themselves up. I just want you to be really, really careful right now. Be patient, stay focused. Be patient, stay focused. Be patient, stay focused, brothers and sisters. Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong. Y'all know me too well for anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters, I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years. So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia.
First of all, it is not the daughter's responsibility to reach out to their daddies. Can we get that situated first? We need to make it clear to you black men. It is not the daughter's responsibility to reach out to y'all. Period. You know you had a daughter. Mr. had the same phone number for the last 20 years. You know you have your own daughter. You know good and well that she exists. So you're not reaching out. It's your excuse. What we're not going to do is villainize the black woman for her not reaching out to you. No, sir. You are the father. You are the father. You are the daddy. You the pappy. Nigga. You the pappy. You reach out to your son. You reach out to your daughter. You reach out to your daughter. Point blank, period. What do you mean? This is not the first time you know that she exists. What are you talking about? You birthed her. You, and the mother. Okay, first of all, the original text messages, who is on the shade room, excuse me, she reached out and he tried to act like he didn't know her. And then all of a sudden, when she dropped the video, now he want to call her princess, and I want to meet with you and your mother for lunch. No, ain't no meeting for lunch, bro. What I wanted to ask you was, do you know where my sister is so I can get to know her and things like that? Like that was her real message to that man. That was her actual message to that man. Like she just wanted to see the sister. Connect me with my sister, my stepsister. Connect me with my sister. He went on a rant calling her struggle streamer. He don't know who she is. Now all of a sudden, like he knows who she is.
Philadelphia all the time. I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere. And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? But let me say this. The quickest way for you to get blocked or put on the FDMG Book of Negro list, the quickest way for you to get blocked or get put on the FDMG Book of Negro list, shout out to my Stockholm, Sweden Africans. I'm so happy to be in Stockholm, Sweden. I can't wait to take some pictures with our beautiful Stockholm African queens, our beautiful Scandinavian queens. I heard the Norway Africans is coming. We got Paris Africans coming. We got London Africans coming. We got Scottish Africans coming. We got Irish Africans coming. Pull up Saturday. It's going down. Ghanaian independence, King Kong consciousness. But let me say this. Let me say this. If you mind my personal business, I don't care who you are, I strongly recommend you mind your business, because if you don't, you will be blocked and put in the Book of Negroes. Oh, no. Oh, no. As you see on my social media, I've been blocking people who think my business is their business. And if I block you, you automatically in the Book of Negroes. So take a risk at your own peril. But I will say this. I'm open to the conversation. Where is Mama Smurf at? Get Daughter Smurf and Mama Smurf and then Papa Smurf, and we're going to have a nice conversation in front of the world.
Bro, the disrespect. Is this your king? Is this your I respect black women's king? No. See, like I've held my tongue for a very long time about this man because I don't like hotep ass niggas, and y'all be pissing me off. But I be trying my best with y'all Negroes, like on my mama, bro. On my mama, I be trying my best. Whew. The way I watch my mouth online, I promise y'all, I watch my mouth like it ain't nothing in this world. You mean to tell me the men that respect the black queens all of a sudden like want to call her Smurfs, Mama Smurf? That is so rude. This man is not taking any type of accountability at all. Not one bit of accountability at all. This man wants you to believe that it is absolutely okay that he gets to talk to women like this.
Let's get to the bottom of this. And I'm going to bring white man paperwork. Oh, yes. I have all of my white man paperwork. So, baby Smurf, please get Mama Smurf, and Papa Smurf is going to pull up. And let's have the conversation. Okay? Okay? Let's have a conversation for the whole world. That's all we got to do. But later for that, if anybody needs to reach me while I'm in Sweden, you can still text me. If you need to reach me while I'm in Sweden, you can still text me 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. Let them drag my name through the mud. I love the mud. As a child, I used to play in the mud. Let them drag Nana Payana's name through the mud, because one thing we know about the mud, other relationships, is all living things get their nutrients from the mud. The lotus flower comes up out the mud. Where does the lotus flower come? It comes from the mud of the ocean, the mud of the river, and it pushes through the mud up to the sun. So I ain't got no problem with people throwing my name in the mud. I love the mud. I love the soil. Didn't God make the black custody file this thick? What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? Where is Mama Smurf? Can we please?
Okay. We want to talk about custody? Let's talk about custody. Let's talk about custody. Hold on. Let's discuss custody. So Cynthia G had an interview with Anissa. That's her real name, on her YouTube channel. I watched and fell asleep at the end, but the majority of it was her telling her backstory. Let's go! Telling her backstory about the experience that she had growing up and things of that nature. So we're gonna go over
on his speaking engagements with him to try and train you to be able to follow on his legacy, to follow through his legacy. But that wasn't an opportunity that was given to you. Instead, you were deprived of being able to be raised by your biological father. And now that you've come public, now you're being what I call bullied by your father. So I wanted to ask, how are you doing mentally? Because I know for me, that wouldn't be easy to deal with. Like it wouldn't be easy for me to deal with, regardless to whether he was there or not. This is your father. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about everything that's going on?
I don't agree with the response that he gave to me as well as the response that he gave to my mother. I don't know if you recall, but he said Mama Smurf and daughter Smurf. I don't really think that was appropriate. If anything, what I would have respected out of him is if he would have came to social media and said, you know what, I was not in your life, I wasn't present, but moving forward, I want to make a change, I want to make an adjustment. But instead, I feel like he probably did respond out of hurt, but at the same time, it's like, you're my dad, so I kind of expected more out of you. As far as mentally, I do have a great support system. I do take a step away from social media from time to time because it is a lot of negativity, it is a lot of bashing. And you can only do but so much. And at the end of the day, I know who I am, and I have strong skin, thank God. Like, I've gone viral other times, so I kind of know how to handle it. But mentally, I just try to take a step away from it. I think that's good for everyone, to just take a step away, regroup, and yeah.
So let me ask you this question, because absentee fatherism, because I know you said you were raised by your stepfather, which is actually really good that you are actually able to have a stepfather. I don't know that many people do. I would suspect that they don't because of the dynamic in our community. If Black men don't even want to raise their own children, I'm not going to sit here and think that they're going to want to raise someone else's children. They're very adamant that they don't. So what do you think about the fact that you have this fatherless epidemic within the community that has literally been talked about by nearly every single agency in this country, starting from since Black people left the plantation? These things have been tracked. What do you think about the fact that your dad is one of the loudest voices actually against absentee fatherism? He's very adamantly he stands very adamantly on Black men accountability and them needing to take accountability, them needing to be in the home. Like I said, when we were on the Fox Soul, when we were on the Fox Soul discussion, he said that single mother led homes were one of the biggest issues in the Black community, and it was the product of a war being waged on Black men. Yet this is a man who also chose to walk out on his family. Because I have two questions. Did your mother, or do you know, because his narrative is that your mother kept him away from you. This is the narrative in the community. So I first wanted to just ask, what, if anything, what do you know about why he wasn't in your life?
So him and my mom used to co-parent in the very beginning, but after a while he stopped picking me up. So my mom had to make police reports to document this to the courts so that they knew, hey, I came to this location, he was not there, I did my part. So
this whole custody thing that he's talking about, like, how does that compare?
Brothers and sisters, you can fool some of the people all the time, and you can fool all the people some of the time. You can fool some of the people all the time, and you can fool all the people some of the time. You can fool all the people some of the time, and you can fool some of the people all the time. But you can't fool the Prince of Pan-Africanism any of the time. Calling me names? Using profanity? Really? Really? Disrespectful.
Oh, so you calling her Mama Smurf, daughter Smurf is not disrespect? Okay, got it.
Mouth? Because you want to build your career. Okay, no problem. Build your career, princess. I want you to be happy. I want you to do what you must do, but you're not going to lie on me.
Lord have mercy.
You're not going to lie on me. Lord have mercy. Social media. I told you to mind your business. When I say mind your business, I mean mind your business. Social media has turned our children into a bunch of narcissists. Social media has turned
Oh, wait
our
a
children
minute.
into a bunch of narcissists. We will do anything for attention.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a minute. I am bamboozled. Like, wait a minute. Not the king. Not the king of narcissism. I'm talking about. Oh, wow. Okay, let me replay that again. Hold on. Maybe I heard that wrong.
We will do. I'm not getting on nobody live, sister. Let me say this again. Y'all still don't understand. Y'all still at ease, my queen. At ease, my queen.
Oh my God.
At ease, my queen. Where my Stockholm?
I can't stand this man, y'all. Like, y'all let this man get famous, though. Like, I just don't. Are we serious? Are we serious? First of all, where is the school? Where is this school that he's been building for 20 years? Mr. I got the same phone number for the last 20 years. Where is that damn school? That's what I want to know. Where is that school? Can I see that school?
A bunch of narcissists. Social media has turned our children into a bunch of narcissists. We will do anything for attention. We will do. I'm not getting on nobody live, sister. Let me say this again. Y'all still don't understand. Y'all still at ease, my queen. At ease, my queen. At ease, my queen. Where my Stockholm Africans at? I think I'm going out tonight. Where my Stockholm Africans at? What's popping tonight? We got any black events in Sweden tonight? I think I'm going to walk the streets and pull up tonight. Well, we got some spoken word. We got a conscious cipher. We got a Pan-African powwow. Is there a Pan-African powwow somewhere in Sweden tonight? At ease, my queen. At ease, my queen. I'm not going on nobody's live. If you don't know nothing about me after all these years, you should know one thing. Dr. Umar don't give a damn about what you think of him. I could care less. I love y'all. I love you now. Don't get into it. I love my people, my African people, but I don't give a damn what you think of me. I want to be clear now. Your opinion matters not. At ease, my queen. Your opinion matters not.
But yet, the daughter is the narcissist. Got it. Got it. Let's go back to play this.
Like I said, in the beginning, he was there, but then he stopped coming to get me. So my mom was pretty much the sole caretaker of me. What was the question again,
Cynthia? How old were you when he stopped visiting?
I was very young. If I had to take a guess, I want to say maybe like 10 or somewhere under there. I was very young.
Yeah, it sounds like around one of the most critical times in your life, because when you're 10, you're starting to go into the preteens, you're starting to understand and develop your own identity. So this was a very critical time, especially for girls when they get into the beginning stages of hitting puberty, needing to understand, I'm attracted to these males or even females over here. Nonetheless, sexual identity is developing. They need that guidance from their father. And it sounds like that was the primary time that he decided to leave. Given that he was there in a certain capacity when you were younger and then stopped, what was the impact when he stopped coming around? And what did you learn about why he stopped coming around?
So because I was so young, there was only so much I could do. When I was around my dad, he tried to tell me that my mom tried to keep me away from him, which was a lie. He also made another statement, not to go on a tangent, but he stated that the two mothers of his children wanted to marry him, which I don't know. My sister's
okay,
brother.
hold on. We gotta double back to two mothers.
Yes, he has two children.
Oh, okay, but two different women.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Sorry, that threw me a little bit.
So he actually claimed that they wanted to marry him. My mother never wanted to marry him. I just wanted to make that clear. But yes, he tried to tell me that my mom tried to keep me away from him, which was a lie. He stopped coming to get me. So that was on him. They had a court order. He didn't follow it. And so that was pretty much the end of that. So he didn't hold up his responsibility. That was on him.
why didn't he want to marry your mother? Because I would think that with this, because he's saying this too. Like, I don't know if you saw, I'll show you, because this is exactly what Umar is actually saying himself. He is going with the narrative that your mother kept him away from you, which is the narrative that Black men always resort to. It's the primary one. She kept me away from my kid. Okay, fine. Even with a court order, she's doing it, and you're doing nothing in response. So in this, he is saying that as well. He's saying that, and he actually comes down here specifically, and he said, Mama Smurf has been lying to baby Smurf her entire life. I was excluded from your life despite multiple family court or shared custody orders because I didn't marry your mother. You will be with both of us or neither one of us. That is the whole truth, all of the truth, and nothing but the truth. So this was Umar's latest response. And he definitely is blaming your mother and outright saying actually that your mother, and because she was so bitter because he wouldn't marry her, she decided that she would violate multiple court orders and just keep him away from you. Did you see that post that we just went over?
Yes.
What do you think about him asserting that your mother and putting this out publicly after he got in the video and already admitted that he wasn't there for you?
So being that he's such a public figure, I think that he needs to be careful about the information that he's putting out, because for you to get on the internet and make lies and claims and allegations that are not true is kind of beyond me. I don't understand why my mom would want to marry a man that put his hands on her. He also claimed that I guess my stepfather was the one that put his hands on her, which that was never true. But he was domestic towards my mother, but my mom never wanted to marry him. That's a complete lie. I don't know about the other baby mom or whatever, but my mom never wanted to marry him ever. That's a lie.
Did he say why he wouldn't marry your mother? Because here's the thing. I would think a man like Umar, I would think if he's parading around promoting Black queens, Black men should only be with Black women, we need to build stable Black families, the Black man needs to be the head of the home. It sounds like he had an opportunity to be that head of the home because he's acknowledging that your mother wanted to marry him. Okay, that's fine. From his perspective, your mother wanted to marry him, but he chose not to. He had an opportunity to create a stable Black family, and he chose not to. Did he ever give you an explanation as to why he did not marry your mother?
No, because I was only in contact with him at such a young age, so I wouldn't even have been able to comprehend what was going on.
And your mother said she didn't want to marry him, so obviously she wouldn't. And of course, if he was abusive, you shouldn't marry your abuser. So abuse and not marrying, best decision she could have made. But I find it interesting that this man is talking about stable Black families, had multiple opportunities to create one, it sounds like, and each time he decided that he would just create a broken home, that he wouldn't raise his daughter, because he literally came out, and I don't know, did you see the video where he was admitting to, you saw that video?
Admitting to what?
Where he's admitting to not being there for you.
Yes.
So what do you think about his response, given that there's a video? There's a video of him basically predicting this. Then you come out and do what he's predicted. And then in response to you doing what he predicted, he goes on a bullying media campaign, mishandling you completely because you are his child. So there's a way that a psychologist should be handling his own child. There's a way a decent man should be handling his own child. But he's mishandling you. Quite frankly, to me, putting your mother, dog whistling to put your mother in harm's way with this trope that, you know, she kept me away from this daughter, turned this daughter against me. Now this daughter is coming out exposing me. But he already predicted this. So what do you think about the fact that he has a video out here where he predicted this, but he is now calling you a clout chaser and putting your mother in harm's way in response to it?
I just think that it makes him appear more as a fraud and a hypocrite. You can't get on social media and say one thing, but you're doing the complete opposite. I will never take away from Dr. Umar's work. I think he's very smart, very intellectual. I think a lot of people would say the same. Very smart man. I've watched multiple interviews that he has done on The Breakfast Club and on other platforms. So I'll never take away from who he is and his work. But
you know, I appreciate her giving that shout out, but he didn't give her that same grace. He went literally into tear down mode.
if I looked up to somebody who did, a certain line of work, especially psychology, and they aren't in their own children's lives, it's kind of like, well, how are you advocating for this, but you're going completely against it? It doesn't make any sense. But I'll never take away from his work.
Yeah. This to me is just completely not the way. To be honest, I would have expected Umar to handle this situation differently. I would have expected him to pull it off of an online platform and do it behind closed doors. That's what I would have expected. Even given Umar's self-aggrandizement, even given his arrogance, because he did say he is a doctor of psychology who primarily works with children, I would have expected him not to bully his own daughter publicly in response to this, because at the end of the day, he said he was not there for you. He said that you were going to expose him because he didn't pour into you the way that he was supposed to. So then to come and attack you in response to you doing what he predicted, to me is complete trash and is complete mishandling. And to me, it actually shows 100% his character. But the reality is the Black community doesn't hold Black men to any character standards. There's none. Not even the ones we call leaders. So instead of the Black community rallying behind you and saying, Umar, this is your child, you've acknowledged this is your child, take your family grievance off the internet and deal with it privately. But he chose not to do that, and instead have called you a clout chaser, and instead have decided to say that you're after a money grab. And a lot of people are saying the same thing. They're questioning your motives for exposing him and are saying things like, well, why did you wait until now? Do you mind speaking a little bit about your motives for exposing him and why you came out now? Because apparently whatever you said in the past, they missed that memo. I know what you said. I know what you said was the reason you came forward. It was very understandable to me, but people are still saying you're a clout chaser, you're hired by the CIA. Why now did you choose to expose him?
So the only reason why I brought it to social media was because I tried to reach out to him regarding my sister and he ignored me. I did make a video originally on TikTok and Instagram. My TikTok did get taken down, but in the video, I did state that I'm not trying to bash him and that the main motive and reason for me making that video was to try to find my sister, which I did. So I literally found her within a day. Her mother reached out to me and I am now in contact with her. So I did want a conversation out of him, which I did not get. I don't know if you guys recall, but me and him was supposed to meet up somewhere on Thursday to have a conversation, but that didn't happen because he continued to ignore me. So I just kind of let it go.
Wow. So your goal wasn't to come for a money grab, which, by the way, I'm gonna say this because it really needs to be said. I don't think you can be a clout chaser of a man who has an obligation to you. There is no clout chasing of your father. So this is the immature stance to begin with. This man, even though admitting that you're his daughter, even though he's blaming it on your mother, he's showing a detachment to you. He's showing literally a complete disregard. Why are you calling your daughter a clout chaser? Why are you saying she's after a money grab as if you don't have a financial obligation to your child? This is a man who neglected you for, it sounds like, a 12-year span, because you said he stopped coming around when you were 10. So that would be 12 years. Then you would then be 22. So this man has completely chosen to make himself absent, a non-factor in your life for a span of 12 years, and then wants to call you a clout chaser as if he doesn't have an obligation to you to begin with. It's like, this is your obligation. When did you first learn that you had other sisters by Umar?
So my mom told me that the mother of my sister actually came to our old house, and I don't know why she was trying to get in contact with my mom, but that was when I had found out, like, oh wow, I have another sibling. And
She came over there because she's trying to see why Dr. Umar is not seeing her other kid. Why is Dr. Umar only pay attention to her and not her daughter? Like, it's two baby mamas. I can see why the second baby mama come into the first baby mama's house, because she trying to understand what's going on. Why is he not taking care of my daughter too? Period. I'm pulling up.
And I have actually been told that he has 3 to 4 other children, but I'm not going to continue to say that because from my knowledge he only has another daughter. But yeah.
Wow. How did it make you feel when you get older? You learn that, okay, your father just decided he didn't want to come around at a critical point in time. And then you learn that he has multiple other children, because this is something that's actually going around now a lot. A lot. Like, there's a lot of talk. He have 3 different baby mamas. Some people are saying he has 4 to 5 children. To me, all of that is alleged. We already know he has you because he admitted it. We know he has at least 2, because in that same video clip, he did acknowledge having a teenage daughter and one that he said is 22. So clearly he was talking about you. How does it make you feel when you learn that your father, who abandoned you, now has more children that he has robbed you of the ability to even grow up in proximity to because you had no knowledge of them?
So I'm not sure if he was in her life, but to my knowledge, I am the oldest. And it kind of sucks because it's like, okay, you didn't take care of me, but you could have at least been there for her because she's younger than me, you know? So it's honestly kind of disappointing, to say the least. Yeah.
I know I personally would be pissed off if it was me. I would I would 100 be pissed off, because here's the thing with your situation, and it should have done this for a number of different people. It should have been triggering to a number of different people who dealt with their father not being there and dealt with the negative consequences of that, because my issues did not come from my mother raising me. If I had issues with men, it was because of my father. That it was because of what he showed me by not being there, and what he showed me when he was around, the temporary time that he was around. But with anybody, they should be triggered by this. Like, I would be livid. And I don't understand how people are looking at you and regarding you as if you should just say, my father wasn't there. Okay, that's fine. That's normal. End of story. No, this is a man. This is half of her DNA who abandoned her. This is half of your DNA who abandoned you. Then you have siblings out there. You don't have an opportunity to talk to your siblings, and then you go to your father, who should have told you about these siblings to begin with, and then it's like a brick wall. You can't even get through to him. And it's like, to me, I feel like no one's really, like, very few people are actually thinking about how you feel about this, because they're clouded by Umar Johnson, the persona, Umar Johnson, the Black leader, Umar Johnson, the person that we put on this pedestal to where he's calling himself the Messiah. But you are his child, and there was emotional damage done, and that's being ignored, because you obviously have to feel some type of way. Was your mother aware of these other children? And is that how you learned that you have multiple other children, multiple other siblings, and other than the first one that you just thought you had?
So the only reason why I found out I had, or the only reason how I found out I had another sister, was because she said the mother came to our house. But other than that, to my knowledge, I don't have any other siblings from what I know.
Did the mother just come to your house trying to find, like, the siblings of her children, or what was she like? How did that happen where she just showed up at your house?
So my mom told me, I guess she must have looked it up, because addresses are public information, and my mom did own that house at the time. But my mom told me that the lady asked her if she was still dealing with Umar. So I guess she wanted some type of insight, and they didn't have any type of relationship at that time because I was much older.
So she just randomly, this woman just contacts you and she says she needs to, which of course you can look up public records on any man and find him. I think that's what content creators online have been doing, to say that he has 3 different kids, mothers, and like 4 to 5 kids. I think they're getting this from public records, so you can look it up. But so they come to your door. She comes to your door. She's trying to get in contact with Umar. Does she mention whether or not he takes, well, I would assume, am I to assume that she did that because he wasn't taking care of her children either? And maybe she's trying to contact him to get some support? Or did she say why she was trying to contact him and why she thought your mom would be able to help her?
I would assume it was probably because Umar wasn't taking care of his other child either. If I had to make an assumption, it would be that. Yeah.
And how would you say that you've been directly negatively affected by his absence?
So I think that it's important not only for young women, but men as well, to have their fathers in their lives, because when you get older and you navigate the world, for example, when you start dating as a young lady, there's certain things that you may not know. Of course, my mom can tell me some things and I'm going to have to experience things for myself. But if the man that gave birth to you is not even there, it's kind of like, how do you even know or have an expectation? How do you have, or what expectation do you have of other men to treat you if your own father wasn't even there?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that I went through as well. I went through that because my father left our home and left my mother, a married single mother, because of a drug addiction. So he got caught up in the crack epidemic, like a lot of families did. And there was one situation where, and I've talked about it on here before, where he did drugs in front of me in the car. Like, he just was like, okay, we'll roll down the window. In my mind from there, which I thought, I believe was the moment my daddy issues, I guess you can call them, began. But in my mind, that's the exact conclusion I came to. In my mind, because I was 10 when this happened, I said, okay, why would this man choose his addiction over me? So immediately to me, it was like, oh, he doesn't care about me because he wouldn't be doing this in front of me. Then you have to take that and live with that. That is trauma. So whether you're thinking about it consciously or not, every man that you see, your brain is going to tell you this is not going to be a loving situation, because how can he love me? And the person who helped to create me didn't even love me enough to either stay around or enough to not show me that an addiction was above me. So to me, that pulls at my heartstrings, because I'm like, okay, this is exactly, I know the mindset, because this is my mindset. So then I had a pattern going through life, not being able to emotionally connect to men. So now I'm having this issue where I'm like, I'm feeling this huge emptiness. There's a huge void. I'm with these men, but I'm not connecting to it. And I think that in the Black community,
you know, what I really hope with this conversation about watching the whole Dr. Umar situation go down with Anissa, and how he's not, like, okay, realistically, his response should have been like, I have come to know that my what's the word I'm looking for? That my daughter has recently came online to say a few words about our situation, to find our stepdaughter. Unfortunately, it has, became public. I am looking forward to resolve this situation with my daughter and my daughter's mother, and create an opportunity for us to get along and figure out a more unified, peaceful relationship with my Black queens, right? That would have been a better sentence than him going live and ranting for 30 freaking minutes about how Mama Smurf and him having to go to court, custody this, custody that, and him not having access, and him having to leave her alone for 12 years. This girl is 23 years old. He left at 10 years old, never looked back. Created a broken homes after broken homes, yet he's online talking about, oh, black queens this, black family this. Baby, you are the worst person to come on and talk about black family because you have not been married. You are 50 years old. You are 50 and not married. I just don't understand. How do we keep, I'm sorry, how does this community keeps pedestalizing men to tell us about marriages and relationship, and they're not married? That is buffoonery, complete buffoonery. How are you expecting me to take advice from someone who's not married? I respect people who have been married. If you're divorced, I'll probably take your message versus someone who's 50 and never been married. You never been in the game. You never went through the trenches. You never made a commitment. Somehow y'all made this man famous. Dr. Umar thinks he's a star now. He thinks he's the chosen one. Like, he literally calls himself the chosen one. Dr. Umar calls himself the chosen one because y'all have pedestalizing this 50-year-old man who never got married. Yet he comes online all the time talking about the black queens this, black queen that, the black family, the black community this. Yet he never been married. He claims none of the women he has children with were not worthy enough to be wives. Yet they were worthy enough to be mothers. You know, a part of being a wife is recognizing that you also have good qualities to being a mother. It all go hand in hand, right? Majority of the time, wives make good mothers. Majority of the time. We have some mothers who are not great mothers. That is understandable. Sometimes some women are not meant to be mothers, and that's okay. However, when a man marries a woman, they look at all the qualities to make sure that they'll be a very good role model for their children. They look at, can this person be my support system? Can they be my can I trust her? Can she be my team player? Can we lead for years to come? Will I feel comfortable knowing that she will take care of my household? She will take care of my lineage. Men look at these factors in women before they make them wives and intend to make them mothers in the marriage. So you mean to tell me this grown man never saw good qualities to make them wives, but yet can make them mothers? How does that work? How does that work to leave this young girl to come online and tell us about you not trying hard enough? You know, a lot of time, if it doesn't work out with the child's mother, with the child's mother, they no longer want access to the child because they don't have access to the mother. The mother got a step that the mother remarried and had another man. She had a stepdad to grow up with. Anissa was fine with the father figure in the house. For some reason, if the mother has another man around, they don't come around. This man went on to live his best life, went to college, became a scammer, scam people for years to get money from them, going around talking and doing speeches, yet never got married because the work is so important to never get married. He doesn't want to be tied down, yet want to come and tell us about having a having a community. Can we be for real? Can we be for real? That's crazy as hell. I just don't understand people, bro. I just don't understand people.
We're so focused on exonerating Black men that we don't think about the people who have sustained damage as a result of them. And you've sustained damage as a result of this man who had the financial wherewithal to be in your life. There was no systemic issue preventing him, but he just chose to not be there.
Right.
And so I want to ask a question as well, because Umar Johnson, in this same response, he went on a diatribe, and I want to read a tiny bit of it.
Okay.
Just to switch gears. It's like, it's a heavy thing to talk about. But he says over here that your mother put a false case on him, is what he's basically saying your mother put a case on him.
Wow.
Because he's saying while he was in Sweden, he wasn't aware. I'll just read it. While I was in Sweden, I was not aware that I was also being accused by my eldest daughter of domestically abusing her mother. So he's denying this. And he's saying, first, I want to state for the record that I have never abused any woman, a fact to which my ancestors can testify. What actually happened was one day during my daughter's early years, I was going to her mother's apartment to visit my child when I noticed before entering that her rear car windows had been broken out. There was glass everywhere, and my first thought was that someone had broken into the car to steal whatever was inside. However, I noticed a note on top of my daughter's baby seat. I reached inside, wiped some of the glass away, and read the note. To my surprise, it was a letter from Mama Smurf's lover, who was threatening to unalive both her and my child for unstated reasons. Although I cannot remember everything he had to say, I do remember that threat and the very aggressive tone of his letter. He didn't mention why he had chosen to vandalize her car, nor why he was threatening their lives. So I have two questions. One, has your mother ever told you about any scenario? He's saying that you witnessed it. Do you remember this ever taking place? And two, do you believe that he is trying to put this story on your stepfather? Because you did mention that you have a stepfather. So do you believe he's writing this, assuming it's not true? Is he doing this to maybe convict your stepfather of also aiding in him not seeing you?
Yes. So for the first question, I would say no. And for the second question, I would say yes. I do believe he's trying to shift the blame and take it off of him and put it on my stepfather. And any claim that he's making on my stepfather is untrue. He doesn't even know him. So I just think,
boy, it's a sad thing overall. Let's shift mood. Let's shift the energy. So Tiana Taylor recently finished her divorce with Iman. She didn't really speak about this, but when we saw the results of the divorce proceedings and how much that she's getting, the Black Kings were very much upset. I reshared it on my Facebook page because I'm saucy like that. And boy, did they have an issue about this in my comments. Somehow they were upset, my guy. They were upset. They were upset. They were all up in their panties about this. They were all up in their panties. Their panties was in a bunch. Their panties were in a bunch. Okay, let's take a look. Divorce settlement. She got 4 houses, over $10 million, a one-time 7-figure payment, the vehicles, including the $300K Maybach, the $70K Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus, which she needs. She also retains 100% ownership of her companies, period. He is obligated to provide $8,000 a month in child support for their daughters, Junie and Rue Rose, and cover the full cost of private school education. All right. And the boys were up in arms. They were up in arms. They were up in arms, talking about marriage is BS. Aaron Pierre focus. Okay. Smart men don't get married. I said, that's the reason why. Okay. It is so funny. That's why she's dropping music videos now. Got it. You know, it's crazy, right? Somebody said, like, damn, does he have a lawyer? Yeah, he had a lawyer. But anyway, so to clap back at the haters, Tiana Taylor went live. So let's review that really quickly. Okay.
Been in this business since I was 15 years old. We're not going to act like several movies. Iman made his money, and so did I. I've been in this business since I was 15 years old. We're not going to act like several movies, several deals, several, like, all still active. All still active. And the crazy part about it is I said nothing when him and his lawyer told the internet, oh, Tiana's making more money. Tiana's bringing more money a month in than Iman is. Just because Iman played ball don't mean that this is a thing where it's like I'm trying to take money off of him. Iman haven't played ball since 2020. So yes, actively during the divorce, I was bringing more money than him in. I am. So it's just like, how are we sitting here making it seem like I'm being a gold digger or taking from him? And we're not going to do that. I bought my tour bus with my hard-earned money. I bought my Sprinter with my hard-earned money. I bought my Maybach with my hard-earned money. I bought my Maybach after Iman crashed my Rolls Royce and never replaced it.
Oh,
that I also bought.
Oh,
okay. What are we talking?
Oh, 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 oh! And they were complaining about her getting the cars. The cars were hers. She bought the cars. Heck yeah, give me my dang cars. What do you mean? Give me my cars. Period. What are you talking about?
Talking about every single car that I walked away with, I literally paid for out of my pocket.
Sure.
Out of my pocket.
Sure.
Now at this point, I made myself clear. Y'all gonna think what y'all want to think regardless. Y'all gonna still run with y'all narratives because that's what people do. But one thing you will have clear is that Tiana ain't take nothing from Iman. Oh, and that $1 million, y'all claiming that 7-figure, 8-figure, it was a one-time fee of $1 million in damages. When Iman crashed the $400,000 Rolls Royce and Iman did whatever other stuff he did, that was the things he had to pay me back. Iman left me with a whole lot of shit. That's another thing. Let's be clear with that too. When you're dividing marital assets, when you're dividing houses and stuff, if it's still bills a part of it, if it's still whatever taxes, who you think got to pay for that? Because bitch, let's be clear. Bitch, you think auntie want to be stuck paying taxes and bills and no. But guess what? I've been doing it.
Pay up.
No. But guess what? I've been doing it.
Pay up.
I've been doing it. So it's not a win-win for either one of us. At the end of the day, we were two people that really loved each other at one point. And let's be real. We were two people that really loved each other at one point. You feel me? No one wins when the family feuds. Point blank in a period. And one thing that y'all can't ever take away from me is how much I love that man and how much I've held him down and how solid I've been to him. Love is the most important thing.
She said she was making more money than him in the relationship and supporting him because he ain't played ball in 5 years. 5 years, the homeboy was not working, not making ball money. He was not making ball money, okay? She got more money. She got more money. She said she ain't paying no taxes. Damages. She not paying for that. Give me my milli. Give me my $1 million, Negro. And pay for them damn kids.
And that's something that was snatched away from the both of us. So to think that even if that was the case, that I took something from him to, you know, get a house and get a car and boom, 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 like that shit means nothing. That means nothing. That means nothing. That means nothing at all. I never tried to send Iman to jail. I'm still not trying to send Iman to jail. However, I have to file a motion to get him to leave me alone so we can both go and live our life in peace. Like, I'm confused because y'all know peace is what I want. Like, I don't want no smoke, bruh. Like, I'm too happy right now. Bitch, I'm too happy right now, bitch. I'm too happy right now, bitch. You think I want to sit here, motherfucker? You talking about some divorce? That only makes me look like I'm coming with a whole bunch of baggage. Like, nobody want to do that. But yeah, like I said, it is what it is. This divorce, these settlements and all this fake false shit, all this stuff is old. They tried to put this out back in June 2024, but it didn't work because right after court, I flew straight down to Paris Fashion Week and was doing all of that. So it was overshadowed. And then it's crazy how days after my Black Women in Hollywood Essence Award, now this comes back up to the light. And not only is it coming back up, but it is also not true. It's not true. Y'all forgot after the divorce, he went and did skits. He went and did skits, creating a narrative about the da-da-da. Man, that lady took you for all you got, da-da-da. He went and did skits. He's been throwing shots at me the whole time through his music. He's doing skits. Like, at the end of the day, y'all didn't see me do none of that. I've done nothing but work my ass off and mind my business. But y'all forgot all of that. Y'all forgot all that. It's awfully strange how even today, as we speak, it ain't been on the Shade Room for more than 20 minutes that whatever they posted, his lawyer was already responding. Well, babe, that was the energy that I need, attorney Still. That was the energy that I needed when the other fake rumor came out and it looked like I was taking the man for all he got. When I reached out to my ex-husband and I told him that I didn't feel safe, why didn't you and your people clear it up then? Why didn't y'all do it then? Because you looking like the victim brings you more of whatever you feel like makes you feel better. And that's not cool. Making you like a villain for what? This shit is a year old. Like, come on. Like, I please show me the proof where I want to send him to jail. Show me the proof where I ever said anything foul about Iman publicly, anything foul about Iman to y'all. I've done nothing but protect this man. I can't control what's in our divorce documents. At the end of the day, when you have to get divorced and you're getting divorced, you have to speak your truth. I spoke my truth just like Iman. The shit only got put out because Iman leaked the divorce documents from Jump Street. Our divorce was private. Our proceedings was private. Everything was private for a whole year. Y'all didn't even know. I'm going to give you one even better. The same time that I filed for divorce, I still had Iman opening up for me on tour. Iman was still with me on tour. Let's talk about it. Iman was with me on tour. We singing Wake Up Love, we kissing, we hugging, we da-da-da-da-da. Like, at the end of the day, I still had your back. I still looked out for you. And that's another thing. Y'all sitting there saying, like, at the end of the day, I always held Iman down. When Iman stopped playing basketball, I got him on the shy. I called Lena and said, yo, these motherfuckers is playing with my husband. Like, he's so much bigger than basketball. He's so much bigger than boom, 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 boom. Like, He could act, he could model, he could boom, 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 he could do whatever he want to do. Let's get him where he needs to be. I got him on into his acting. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's not cool. It's not cool. It is not cool that you could sit there and act like I brought nothing to this marriage. I brought nothing to our union. Our union is, I always been Tiana Taylor, and Iman Shumpert was Iman Shumpert in the NBA. However, our family dynamic, our union is what built household names. Let's be clear. This wasn't he worked his ass off in the NBA to fund her empire. Whoa, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I think it's absolutely wild that people are trying to take all that she has done and put it over this man that supposedly helped her get to where she was before she got with this man. Like, all of a sudden, like, she ain't do nothing. Tiana Taylor ain't do nothing before Iman. You know, Iman made her for some reason. For some reason. Like, Tiana Taylor isn't that girl. Like, help me understand. Tiana Taylor, it's crazy. Like, Tiana Mache Jaqueline Taylor, who choreographed Beyonce's 2006 single Ring the Alarm. Who was that girl in My Super Sweet 16 in 2000? I think it was like 2008. I remember watching that Super Sweet 16 and I was so jealous. I was like, Dad, why my Sweet 16 wasn't that fabulous? The girl was popping at 16 years old. Now all of a sudden, like, she needs Iman Shumpert money. Iman apparently made her. Are you not embarrassed? Are the kings online not embarrassed? Like, I remember watching that. She had a song called Google Me. And then she performed with the Kanye West song Dark Fantasy. Y'all remember that? Oh my God. She looked so good in that music video. She looked so good. She looked so good. She had her debut album in 2014. Became on the top 20. And then in 2018, 4 years later, dropped another album, which peaked at top 10. Gonna Love Me went platinum. Oh, you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me. And see. Like, the album went platinum. She was in movies. She was in Stump the Yard. She was in Medea's Big Happy Family. She was in 2 seasons of the show called Star. She wasn't Coming to America too. She had her own TV show with her husband when they were married on VH1. It aired for 3 years. I don't understand. Y'all think she needed Iman? Her album went platinum, yet Iman made her? Her album went platinum, let me see, 2018? And then she met that man in 2 years later? I don't like, but yeah, people were mad that she was making more money than him. I mean, they both were millionaires, but she had more money. She definitely had more money. She had songs with Wale, Jada Kiss and Fabulous. What else? Let me see. Again, I mentioned Kanye West before. She literally just did Paris Fashion Week, and y'all think this woman is not getting paid? That song Fade catapulted her in 2016 to the point where she had her own album that was top 10 on the Billboard charts. And y'all think she could not stay on her own? This is Tiana Taylor, whose body is shaped like a goddess. Are we being obtuse? They really think she does not deserve $1 million from this man. She doesn't deserve the houses that she bought because she was the real earner in the relationship. That man kept getting traded, from my recollection. I don't really watch basketball, but I remember that man was getting traded. And he was not stable in his basketball career to the point where he wasn't making as much anymore. So when she got with that man, she said she's not doing music no more. She had a song with Kalani in like 2019, I believe. But after like a whole issue with the music industry and stuff like that, with the label, she said she's not doing anymore. She wants to keep it for her mental health and she want to be alive for her kids. So Def Jam was not trying to release her. And but like, honestly, she was on and off with this man for years. They were dating since 2013, give and take. 2015, she went into labor and had their kid. And then she went to the Wendy Williams show. That they got married. I think they got married on October 1st, 2016. She been with that man for a long time. Okay. I can understand being Iman, being with a woman like Tiana Taylor who's doing more than he was. That can really affect a man, especially black men with their egos. Oh my God. The egos of black men is ridiculous. So from my understanding, every time she got new good things going on in her life, he gets her pregnant. He gets her pregnant to slow her down. They got married. Let me see. Her first album dropped in 2014. In 2015, she had a baby. Then he married her. And I think her second album dropped in 2018. Got her pregnant again. And she showed her second pregnancy in a music video. and Wake Up Love in 2020 while he's not working. Getting her pregnant while he's not working because he stopped playing ball in 2020. Her album went platinum. I'm sorry, the song went platinum, not the album. The song went platinum. Gonna Love Me went platinum in June 2018. The song went platinum. Okay. She was touring and all that, right? And a year later, he got her pregnant. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think she also had songs with Chris Brown. Yeah. 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 Let me play this again.
We're not doing that. No. I gave him a lot. I gave him a lot of grace and all of the things. And no, I see your comment. That is not the reason why he got fired off the shop. Iman getting fired off the shop, how would that benefit me? If he got child support to pay, how would that benefit me?
Right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all literally looking for whatever y'all gonna look for to make something negative when the truth is right in front of your face. The truth is right in front of your face. Y'all was in a frenzy saying that I took him for all he got. I'm clearing that up and saying that it is not true. I paid for all my stuff. Then y'all was in a frenzy saying that I tried to send him to jail. I'm telling you, that is also not true. I never demanded him to go to jail, and y'all still finding a problem. Which one is it? Which one is it? I've been protecting and fighting for Iman our whole relationship, our whole marriage, our whole everything. And that was being flipped on me. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. Like just a few days ago, me and Iman had a whole conversation about, yo, I'm about to go in for this, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, yo, we claiming that shit. We claiming that shit. You got this. You got this, baby daddy. You good. Like, you got this. Like, we literally are cool. That's why I'm really confused. I'm really confused. But people going to believe what they want to believe. Yeah, it's just like, it's not cool. It's not cool. And that's going to always be the problem. The lie is going to always be more relevant than the truth. And I get that. But I'm also fine with saying what I got to say. And then if y'all still believe the lie, then that's fine too. But how about this? Let's just stop leaking stuff. Let's just stop leaking stuff, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I don't want to feel, I'm about to keep talking about this, and I also don't want to feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Like, oh my God, I have a movie coming out. That means a fake rumor is about to come out. Another thing about the divorce is about to come out. Okay, I have this movie coming out. Oh God, and we're just waiting for something. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. So no, I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling. And everything I'm saying to y'all on this live is exactly what I told Iman. Iman, we both know that's not true. You know good and well I ain't take all these luxury cars and properties from you. You know that. What do I gain out of making myself look like I took a black man for all he got? I said all of this in text. So what are we talking about? Please leave me alone. Like, I'm not about to address this anymore. Just please, whatever anybody's going to release it on your own time. Don't wait for me to have what I have going. That's all I'm saying. Like, I want it to be divorced. We're divorced, and I want to move on with my life in peace. And I can't seem to do that if every once in a while, every time I got something going on, there's another rumor about this divorce that's sealed coming out, bro. It could only be coming from two places. And it's either me or him. It's either me or him. Who is it coming from? What do I gain out of looking like I'm taking the man for all he got? I ain't going front. If I really did come up, bitch, that just would have been the way the cookie crumbled, bitch. Shit. But I didn't. So I'm not going to allow you to take the credit for everything that I paid for. I remember the day it came out of my account. I remember the day I was like, damn, bitch, that's a lot of money. I remember all of that. I don't give a fuck if I got Bill Gates money. If some shit is expensive, I'm like, bitch, that's expensive shit. But at the end of the day, I worked my ass off, and I was able to get myself all of these luxury things, and I was able to walk away with all of the luxury things that I paid for, and so was Iman.
Let's discuss all this money that she got going on, okay? Let's go over all the awards, all of the shows and movies she's been in, since we want to discuss that she's taking a man who ain't got that much money than her for all he's got, okay? Let's discuss the awards first, okay? BET Awards 2019, Rose in Harlem song, she got nominated. 2020, nominated for Best Female R&B Pop Artist. She won Video Director of the Year in 2020 and 2023. For BET Hip Hop Awards, she won Video Director of the Year. For Best Choreography for that song, Fade by Kanye West, she won the MTV Video Music Awards. She won for Soul Train Music Awards in 2016 for Best Dance Performance for the Fade song. She was nominated for Best Dance Performance twice for WTP in 2019 and 2020 for Bear With Me. I love that song, Bear With Me. Critics' Choice Award for Cinema and Television for 1001. She won Breakthrough Performance Award. She was nominated for Best Actress in Outstanding Lead Performance. She nominated for that. She won the Visionary Award from the Give Her Flowers Awards. She won Best Breakthrough Performance for the National Board of Review, Toronto Film Critics Association. She's been nominated for other awards. And then for TV and for television show, of course, she played herself in 2007. 2007, My Super Swiss 16 on MTV. Showtime at the Apollo in 2008. 2015, America's Best Dance Crew. She was a judge on season 8. She was on Fashion Police in 2016. She was on The Breaks, the TV show called The Breaks. She was on Ridiculousness. She was on Hip Hop Square. She was on the show called Stars for 2 seasons from 2017 to 2018. She was on Hit the Floor. In 2018, she was at the Jimmy Fallon show. She was on The Real twice. She was on Saturday Night Live. She was on the show with her man, Tiana and Iman. The Ellen DeGeneres show. She did Rhythm and Flow. We Got Love, which is a show that she pitched to VH1 and got with her husband at the time. And then she did Dancing with the Stars. And then she did season 7 of The Masked Singer in 2022. And she was the winner. The winner of The Masked Singer. Very popular show. Season 7. She won. Okay? Y'all mean to tell me this woman needed to take Iman Shepard's money when she just came from Paris Fashion Week just a couple weeks ago? Can we be for real? Can we be for real? Let me look this up because y'all pissing me off. Y'all pissing me off on the internet. Like y'all really find ways to villainize a black woman for no reason. She's just existing. She wants peace. She's been divorced since last year. This divorce was finalized just about a year ago. It was private. This man brought it online. The men are upset that she gets to have 4 houses, 3 cars, of whom she paid for. $1 million of lump sum for damages with the taxes and the lawyer fees and all that, and then $8,000 a month for the child support and paying for the kids' school. You don't want to pay for your kids' school? But Umar got money. The man was living a punch. Like, she's still touring, you guys. She is still touring. This platinum album winner is still touring. Brought him on the tour. A kept husband. This man was a kept husband because, according to her, and from what I understood from basketball, he hasn't played basketball since 2020. Is he on somebody's team? I don't think he is on anybody's team. So let me see. Tiana Taylor, Paris Fashion Week. Let's take a look at Tiana Taylor in Paris Fashion Week. You know, you don't perform at Paris Fashion Week for free. Y'all know that, right? You don't perform there for the free 99. This was a few weeks ago. No, a few months ago. I apologize. A few months ago. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I want us to give more Black women their flowers instead of attaching their worth to a man, because they deserve their own recognition for what they've done with their own lives. Thank you. Let's take a look at this fabulousness of Tiana Taylor, because you're pissed off.
En garde! During the 1960s, the Paris fashion scene was dominated by 2 houses, Courrèges and Paco Rabanne, whose face age fashion opened this decade.
Bro, look at this catwalk.
Let's go now.
All right, let's finish playing this. Like, don't piss me off.
I didn't snatch back no gifts from him. I didn't do none of that. I can't control what he did on his side. But be clear, all of this was private until he leaked this divorce, before he leaked this whole divorce. I filed in issues to keep me, him, and the kids safe and out of the public's eye. One thing y'all always seen me do was go to the internet and ask y'all to please stay out of the group chat. Please mind your business. Please just give us the privacy to handle this accordingly. I've always pleaded for that. I've always pleaded for privacy in regards to our divorce, our separation, our ups and downs. So for y'all even sitting there being mad at me for doing a nice post after y'all was this close to canceling him, me going in and saying, yo, like, that's my, like, back up off my bestie, not too much. Da, 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 da. Like, I'm supposed to do that. We share children together. We have a daughter that's on social media. I'm supposed to protect my family. At the end of the day, Iman is still my family. We're going to be family for the next 21 years. So it's going to be what it's going to be. Like, and the crazy part about it is even through all this, and as in closing, through all of this, Iman is still my family. I have nothing but love for Iman. But it is hurtful that he has not once stood up for me. He hasn't once stood up for me this whole divorce process. Like, he hasn't stood up. And I had to let the judge know, like, yo, this just got to stop. And at the end of the day, you still violating court orders. We're not allowed to even discuss who got what or what did what. Da, 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 but you leaking information that have our private addresses on it, that have our kids' full names and where they go to school. That's too much. That's too much. But at the end of the day, I don't have nothing against Iman. That's my motherfucking family. And honestly, even through it all, I still look at him as gang. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no beef with Iman. That's why it's mind-boggling that all this shit keep coming out. And then when I'm addressing him about it, it turns into an argument. So it's only showing that one person is mad in this situation. I sat in court and told them people that that's like family to me. He said, she'll never be family to me. Cool. That's fine. But I'm not going to match your energy, bro. I'm not going to do that. I swear for Lord, anything. If I ever see Iman outside and look like some niggas is on his head, I'm jumping in that. Period. I'm jumping in that. I'm jumping in that. I'm getting on that with niggas. Like, what? Are you shitting me? That's my baby daddy before anything. That is my family before anything. What? Now, if he would do the same, I don't know. But I know where I stand.
He won't.
I'm not upset with Iman. I am hurt by how he has handled the situation, handled the whole divorce proceedings, including everything that's happening now. But Iman is my family, and Iman is the father of my children, and that's never going to change. That's never going to change. It's never going to change. So please just leave me alone, babe. Shit, I'm tired, y'all. Says Iman has been through way more scrutiny on social media than you. When a black man gonna get no, the problem is Iman ain't been through way more scrutiny than me. How you telling me what I've been through?
Period.
How you telling me what I've been through?
Period.
What scrutiny has he been in? How it's no way to be under scrutiny if every single time he's under scrutiny, I'm coming behind him and protecting him and uplifting him and saving him. But when I'm going under public scrutiny and threats by grown-ass men, you feel like it's best for you to stay quiet?
Right.
What is y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about? See, the thing about it is we're in a time right now where men in general, and I won't say it's a majority of men who lacks accountability. And I feel like this has been the last few years have been a few years of just men just wanting to be the victim so bad, but then get mad when whatever. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Y'all niggas lack accountability, and that's the problem. But there is a minority of men that will stand up no matter what y'all going through, that will stand up for the mother of their children, that will stand up for somebody that they once loved, that will protect his family no matter what. There's still men out there that is willing to protect their family no matter what. When I came to Iman and told him that I didn't feel safe, nothing else should have mattered. Why are we even on this phone arguing? I'm coming to you saying, yo, baby daddy, I don't feel safe. Like niggas are talking about they gonna off me if I boom, boom, boom. I'm telling you, I don't feel safe. Yeah, well, back in 2023, when I did, What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I've done nothing but protect him the whole way through. You can Google Tiana and Iman's divorce. All you ever see me speak on is begging niggas to stay out of our business. Tell me where the lie is. All I've ever done was beg niggas to stay out of our business and stay out of our divorce proceedings. Even when he filed the motion to make our names public to the world, I literally went on and I blamed TMZ. I was like, y'all sitting there and y'all boom, 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 mind y'all business, stay out of the group chat. I could have easily said, you know what? It's really unfortunate that my ex-husband would make our divorce public. I could have said that and nipped this in the bud a long time ago. I did not. I said, it's really hurtful that someone would leak the da-da-da. Just please respect me and my family's privacy. Protected him. When all my utilities and shit was cut off and it made it to the blogs, because it was in a court, so it made it to the blogs that Iman had all that shit turned off. Who came running to the internet protecting him? Iman ain't turned nothing off. Da-da-da, ain't nobody turned nothing off. We would never be sitting ducks. Boom, boom. Granted, the shit was turned on the same day because me and my children will never be sitting duck. But it's the problem that every single time something has came out, I've protected him, myself, and our children with love, respect, and grace. And none of that was reciprocated. None of that was reciprocated. And I really think that Iman know that for social media, my social media anxiety is through the roof. Y'all know I don't do this. Y'all barely see me live. Like, y'all know I'm shy as fuck. Like, I barely like red carpets. Like, y'all already know this social media shit gives me anxiety. So with Iman knowing that, he knows that pushes my buttons. Nobody knows this man better than nobody knows this man better than I do. Iman gets a kick out of this. What's happening right now? Like me being in this state, me having to even do this, he knows that this blows my mind. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Because, okay, if a man knows he doesn't have access to you anymore, he has to, okay, this is not all men, but it's always a man, right? But disclaimer, it's not all men, but somehow it's always a man. Anyway, when a man has lost access to you, because like I went over earlier, they've been knowing each other since 2015, right? They've been around each other since 2015. So give and take, this is about a 10-year span. But it didn't last 10 years, right? It didn't make it to 10 years because they got divorced in 2023 and it finalized in 2024. So he was shy of 2 more years to make it a 10-year anniversary of them being together, right? But they were married in 2020. Anyway, doesn't matter, right? If a man loses access to you, right, he's gonna find ways to gain access or make your life a living hell to get energy from you. So all of this acting out online, putting out music videos with shade on it, and trying to bring you down is his way of getting you to come and talk. And there you go, coming on the internet to talk about it. It feeds their ego, knowing that you still care. Knowing that you care enough to address the situation. I mean, thank you for addressing it, because now we understand what's going on. But don't talk no more. Don't talk no more. Don't come online no more. Don't worry about him no more, sis. Just keep being you, okay? The devil will try to come and steal your joy. This woman is happy. It's been 2 years. She got away from this man. They were separated 2 years ago. It's been 2 full grown years. They were separated, they're not in a relationship, and then the divorce finalized last year. And she said, while going through the divorce, he was on her tour. He was on stage performing at her tour. This is not someone who has negative energy. So I think because she invited him on tour, he probably thinks, oh my God, maybe she's not that angry with me. Maybe I can still, maybe trying to get in where I can fit in. Maybe, I can get my family back. No, bro, and no getting your family back. She doesn't have the negative energy from you. Even in the divorce, she said, like, he said that he doesn't feel like she's family. And yet, till this day, 2 years after separation and divorce, she still called him my best friend. They've been together for a very long time and married for only 3 years. Like, they've been around each other for a while. So she considers him as someone that she's attached to for years, of course, because they have kids. They have 2 beautiful kids together. But however, like, if a man feels like he doesn't have access to you fully, he's going to clown you until he finds the next woman. And honestly, the next woman who gets with him is not going to get his heart. It's not. It's going to be a while before Iman falls in love again and get remarried. And if he gets remarried at that, because leaving a 10-year, well, an 8-year relationship for a man, that's going to crush his little heart. We may be fine to bounce back, but most men don't bounce back from long-term relationships and divorces. Most men don't. Some completely turn off their emotions and become savages and become whores and just angry at the world. Look at Future. That man never got married. These are not real men. Like they are hurt little boys who doesn't deal with it. Doesn't deal with their trauma, their emotions, and the way he's going up about it online, carrying it on and releasing information and all these things. Like, that's not the actions of a real man, of a respectable man who has emotional intelligence, who knows not to disrespect your children's mother, your ex-wife. This woman was willing to give her entire life to you. She was willing to bring women into the relationship. Like, bro, she was willing to share you. Like, most wives don't share, don't want to share. She was willing to share. She was willing to bring girls in the relationship. You had it. You had it, bro. You had someone's heart. You had someone's love. She gave you 2 beautiful daughters, and it still was not enough. Women can die, literally die in childbirth. Hello? Women can literally die in childbirth. She risked her life twice to give you two beautiful daughters. And yet it just was not enough. It just wasn't enough. I think it's sad. I think it's really sad. I think it's really sad that I'm having to have this full-blown conversation about how a woman can give up her whole entire life. This woman stop being an artist. She even quit the music business and it still was not enough. Still wasn't enough. She wasn't making no more music. After having a platinum album, a top 10 musical album, top 10 on the Billboard chart, a platinum song, still somewhat touring from 2 albums, bought a Maybach, a $300,000 car that you had access to. Like, she paid out of her own debit card, and it still was not enough. She was making more than you during the marriage, and it still wasn't enough. I don't know, man. Like, I can see how women be feeling defeated, because I would be defeated for Tiana, but she doesn't look defeated to me. This is not the face of a woman who's defeated. She looks refreshed to me.
And he knew that I would lead our divorce with my heart. That's what he banked on. He banked on my heart. And that's where I went wrong. I went wrong by still, calling him my family and still moving with grace and still saving him and still boom, 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 and boom, 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 boom. And none of that was returned. None of that was reciprocated. None of that. I'm trying to keep this private to this day. And that's another thing. People's like, oh, well, you only want to keep it private so you don't have to show people what you did to him. Me wanting to keep private that I bought all my own shit. I bought my own properties. I put money into the. Okay, I just don't want people in my business. I'm forced to have to tell my business because him and his people, and maybe it's not him, maybe it's his lawyers, but y'all all still together. I don't play that. You have the control to tell your lawyers what to do. It's awfully strange how every single time something come out about me, it come out on the same blog. It starts off little, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I have the proof that you're paying people to post this stuff. Like, come on. Like, this is just, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm done with it. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta get my hair done. I look a mess. Yeah. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm never addressing this again. If anybody got any confusion, come your ass back and you can just watch what I already recorded. I'm not addressing this again. So I'm just letting y'all know now, I'm no longer addressing this. If anything else come out around the time that I have movies, sneakers, videos, whatever I got coming out, you know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what's going on. So, I would like to live my life in peace. I really would. And I would like him to live his life in peace. Like, I hope that, everybody can just move on and be happy. These fake rumors that's coming out, none of this stuff is from this year. None of this stuff is from this week. All this shit is old. Not only is it not true, but it's old. So it resurfacing magically during the time of accolades for me was just weird to me. It's just weird to me. And I'm really mad that I even have to be doing this. Like, this is too much. Like, my anxiety is through the fucking roof. I don't like this kind of stuff. So just like, please, 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 I'm begging you. And that's another thing I want to say. Iman is extremely talented. Iman is extremely talented. I think he's an amazing writer, an amazing rapper. I think Iman is amazing at whatever it is he put his mind to. And I would like him to focus on that. Our names don't need to be attached for him to be great at what he's doing. And our names don't need to be attached for me to be great at what I'm doing. Our names in divorce do not need to be attached to one another for us to be great. So please, just stop. Just stop. Just please, y'all mind your business. Like, I don't want niggas in a group chat, bro. Like, I don't want that. Like, please, y'all, I'm begging y'all. Like, from day one, I've asked for privacy in this matter. I'm not saying I asked y'all to give me privacy in my whole life. That part is going to be what it's going to be. But in this divorce matter, in this matter of my family, I begged y'all for privacy from day one. And he took that away from me. So I'm begging y'all again, please, 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 just give both him and I some privacy when it comes to this divorce. And honestly, this divorce is signed, sealed, and delivered. So hopefully this never even have to come up again. But please let him do what he's doing in peace and let me do what I'm doing in peace. I'm begging y'all. I am begging y'all to let me get my back blown out in peace. All right, bye.
Screaming.
I'll turn this off.
Amen. Amen. All right, y'all. That is all I have for you tonight. Again, based on DDG, which was my first subject of the night, we will find the same common situation between all three men. Okay. When they no longer have access to you, they will make your life a living hell. Okay. They will forego your kids. They will forego your reputation. They will manipulate. They will scam their way. They will rally the troops around to make you look like you're the bad guy. With DDG, he was doing the same thing. He rallied his online platform instead of calling his mother, baby's mother, Holly Bailey, to have a conversation offline. Instead of going to court, he chooses to go online every time to ramble on and get people on his side to make it seem like she's the bad guy for not allowing him to see his son. All the while, the truth of the matter was they were just sick. And she just didn't want him to be around the son while the son is sick because they were going through doctor protocols to get the baby back to where they were. I think the baby had a particular symptom that being away from the mother, which the mother was also sick at the same time. He wanted to drive 3 hours to go get the son, and not knowing how clean the place was, not knowing what the son needs. The son also has a nanny that he doesn't know the name of the nanny. That's also problematic. And drive 3 hours back with a sick kid back to the mother. That's too much going on. Just leave the kid with the mother to take care of until the baby is fine again. Then you can have the baby back. And if you don't like the way that the parenting situation is, go to court. Voice your opinion. You have rights as a father. He was complaining about her traveling, her having things to do, being overseas, but yet she can't have access to the baby because she's traveling. So if you feel like when she travels, you need access to the baby, just request that by court papers. But he feels like, he can't speak up and that, he's a secondary parent. Of course you are. You're not together. You're not living in the same household. You are not choosing to be secondary parent. That's just what it is, right? You didn't marry her, so you can't complain about being a secondary parent. It was fine when y'all was living 3 hours apart for you to go see her, but now it's a problem for you to drive 3 hours to get your son. Because you no longer have access to her now. You're making her life a living hell. Second person is Dr. Umar. Again, when he no longer had access to the baby moms of Anissa. Anissa is the daughter that came out recently talking about how he hasn't been around since she was 10 years old. The mom has got a new man in her life since he left her. Anissa, the daughter, has a stepdad who's been overseeing her for the past 10 plus years. Anissa is currently 22 years old. I think she had a birthday recently, so she might be 23. However, over 10 plus years, Dr. Umar hasn't been in her life. And his claim is because they had custody battle issues. But even with custody battle issues, that doesn't stop you from trying to be in the life. Like, he just stopped coming. The daughter said he just stopped coming. He was around the first 10 years, but like over time, he slowed down and he just stopped coming. He just kept having kids with other people and stopped seeing Anissa. And then gets upset that she came online to talk about, hey, I know I have a stepsister. Can you send me her information and I'll gladly reach out? And he acted like he didn't know who she was, right? So she took it to the internet and asked the same thing. And within the next day, she found a stepsister. But yet, manipulators, scammers like Dr. Umar, who feels some type of way, went on a rampage for 30 minutes live, discrediting the daughter, calling her mom Smurf, her mom Mama Smurf, and talk about, oh, I have a thick book worth of custody battles. I'm like, okay, custody battles, but you still didn't show up, sir. You didn't show up. You left for 10 years. 10 plus years, 12 years, if we're being honest. The mom came up on the internet as well and spoke about their relationship for a few. And she was like, at some point, he wanted to marry her, but she didn't want to because he wasn't stable. This is the same man who goes around talking about the Black family unit and how we need to come together, how we need to marry our Black queens, yet he is 50 years old and never got married. The 3 women he has kids with were never wife material, however, they were materials to have children with. When he went on that uncultured, I think it's not uncultured, cancel culture with the other Dusty Demon. What's that man name? My God. The one who has like a harem of kids. When he went on that podcast with the Dusty Demon with a harem of 10 plus kids, they were discussing about how it's okay for them to populate the world, but yet he just didn't. He was fine with having kids with multiple women and having broken homes just because he didn't see them as a wife. But for some reason, he just couldn't understand. As smart as this man is, as educated as this man claimed that he is with his degrees and accolades, it just wasn't computing that maybe I should marry her before having kids with her. Somehow, after they have kids, they all change, right? Somehow, all 3 women just started acting like demons once they had his kids. All 3 of them. Not the reflection of his actions. Just all 3 of them just keep having these demonic changes after they had kids with him. All of a sudden, like, they're not worthy of being a wife after he had kids with him. The kids is more permanent. There's this weird, I'm seeing this in more black men because I'm a black woman, but I want to say this. This is weird correlation that black men seems to have this fear of women taking from them the things that they don't have yet. I'm going to repeat that. Black men have this fear. If they get married, the woman that they are going to be with is going to take everything that they don't have yet. All because they see celebrities get taken for what they have. Newsflash, buddy. Not all of you are going to be something. Not all of you are going to be Iman Shepherd. You don't have Iman Shepherd's body and height. You don't have his riz. You don't have his stature. You are going to be an average man. And that's okay. There's only the 1% of this world who will be like the celebrities. Okay? You're not going to be a celebrity. At the most, majority of black men are going to be, they're probably going to make 150. At the most, in your whole lifetime, you're probably going to make 150 one year. And that's probably going to be in your late 50s. Because there's a scale of how much you make over time, right? You don't become a millionaire. You don't become a thousandaire overnight, right? However, you can't bet your whole life on what can or cannot happen. You're going to risk knowing that you made a good decision at this time, that this person is going to be in your life. And hopefully, if you do right by them, they will do right by you too. The problem is this fear of being taken for what they don't have yet. They mess it up by cheating, by gambling, by doing God knows what in a relationship, and then get upset when the woman leaves and take half of everything. Because I was with you when you were building the whole thing. So yes, I deserve half because I was there with you in the trenches. However, if you did no such thing in a relationship, I probably won't divorce you. If you were an actual decent human being, I won't divorce you. But if you were trash, I won't divorce you. Yes, I want my pain suffering. We don't get into contracts thinking like it's gonna not work out. The hope is that it works out. But we both have to do our part. If you're not a good partner, I am allowed to leave you. The same way, if I'm not a good wife to you, you are allowed to leave me. That's okay. But the moment that I choose to leave, it's a problem. You no longer want to see the kids. You no longer want to pay for the kids. You no longer want to associate with my kids. That is exactly what Dr. Umar did. The moment she walked away, he no longer went to see Anissa. He stopped coming around. The moment she moved on with another man, he stopped coming around. Anissa, thank God, had a stepfather to raise her. Dr. Umar was not around. And now Iman, who's been with Tiana Taylor for the past 8 years, once he got divorced, all of a sudden, like, she's public enemy number one for him. There are men out here complaining that this man has to pay child support for his 2 daughters that he helped make. And he's not broke. Not once did I call Iman Shumpert broke on this whole entire live stream. However, I promise you, in a few years, he's going to stop coming around for the kids. I can foresee it now. He's going to stop coming around once he get a new girl. Once they get a new girl, he's gonna stop coming around. He might forfeit on some of the child support money. I can foresee it now. Ladies, cover yourself. Take a risk on love. If you have a decent partner, knock on wood, nothing happens. But if something were to happen, just eat the loss and move along. Heal and find yourself or find a new partner or both. You know, we can't take on the blame for what men do. We can only deal with our own problems and figure out how we messed up in one relationship and not bring it to the next relationship. Most women take accountability. Some don't. I'm willing to accept that, but most women do. A lot of time we overthink a lot and we sit with that, replaying a whole relationship, like where did I go wrong? What happened? How did I get this far? How did I not see the signs? Like women do a lot of that to ourselves. Like we'd be crazy talking to ourselves, just like I am right now talking to my empty room to a microphone. You know, like it's definitely a dichotomy to think that women don't hold themselves accountable. We literally created a whole department called mental health to deal with our problems. There's a whole educational platform just for us to deal with our problems. Okay. But yeah, you guys, stop villainizing the Black woman. We are your best asset, honestly. Y'all would not be where you guys are without the Black woman. You know, like just respect the Black woman. It's Women's History Month after all. Good night. Bye.